Hey, how's it going? Just an update, let you know what's been up. Uh, so, uh, basically, I'm getting sued by my credit card companies. So, I'm gonna claim bankruptcy, and there's a whole process to that. So, hopefully, I think these it's not a loan, but they're credit cards and stuff, but it's like unsecured, so I don't think they could take anything from me. Besides that, besides what you see here and what I've owned before, I really don't have much. Um, I did have an extensive guitar collection, but unfortunately, because of the situation I am in, I had to sell most of my collector guitars, and you know whenever I think about that, it kind of triggers me because it's pretty fucked up why I had to sell them, but it was out of my control. Um, in a way, now that I have expressed myself and spoken about this whole situation um, to like my therapist, my psychiatrist, and all that, I've come to my own conclusion that it's my fault. It's my fault for trusting people. It's my fault for being generous, um, and and because of that, it gave opportunity for people to fuck me over. You know, and I know I sound harsh that way, but it is what it is. It truly is. Um, um, you know, other people may see it differently, but you come live the way I am now, and you'll see it's pretty fucked. So, but I'm trying not to vent or be triggered during this my vlogs, but a lot of time I am, because whenever I feel triggered or whatnot, I grab my phone, I hit record, and I let it all out. It's not rehearsed, you know, no nets, no nothing, just me spewing however I feel at the time, and mostly it's anger and disappointment, and depression. I've learned a lot now what depression is, and you don't have to be sad all the time, but when you just like give up, you know, uh, there's that. Um, Suicidal thoughts have come and go, but I'm not gonna kill myself. Not over this bullshit, man. Life is too precious. It just sucks that there are people in that you let in your life that will surprisingly will like do you wrong, you know. And it's messed up. But you know what? I'm still alive, and I'm going to do something about it myself. So, anyways, I have this plug in my ear because I went up a size, like I was at 5/8, and now I went up on this ear. Even though I don't think you can see it. Let me get a closer look. This ear went up a size. Okay. So this ear is at 5/8. This was at 5/8. Even though I got a 5/8 inner dinosaur plug in it, but on the outer ring, there's a rubber ring around it. That's 3/4. So I went up to 3/4 on my gauges real quick. Anyways, enough of that. And that's why I got this here, because I went up at 3/4 on this one, you know, but then it got infected and it started getting all kind of weird, gooey and shit. So I had to pull out that ring and put this back in. This is the 5/8 one until it heals, and then you know, I could put in the bigger ring and whatnot. Okay, enough about my ears, but fuck, I lost track of what I was gonna say. Update, yeah. So the weather's a little warmer. It's more bipolar now because it'll be a nice, beautiful California 70-degree day here in Appalachia, and it's so fucking beautiful out here, you know. And the fact that the fact that I live out here and not in the city, that helps somewhat with my stress and my depression. But a lot of the times, I feel it doesn't matter because I know you just get in this really down mode, and the fact that the way I am living right now keeps reminding me, you know, of how this was not supposed to happen. And that pisses me off a lot. And that's something that I just can't let go too easily. So I try to distract myself by doing other things. And, you know, the one thing that really gets to me is when people like try to give me some advice and they have not lived this way, or they have not lived without. When I say without, my meaning of without is your basic needs, you know, like a toilet or running water or, you know, insulation for your house, not having heat, not having air conditioning, you know, during the rough part of the year, like winter and summer. Because spring and fall here in Appalachia is fucking beautiful. But winters and summers are fucking brutal. And I've said this before. In the winter, I sleep in a freezer. Practically, it's literally a freezer. And in the summer, when it starts to get humid and hot, you live in a sauna. Just my house or shed is a sauna. And I have very limited resources. I don't have major income coming in. In fact, my income right now is so unpredictable. It sucks because I'm always in limbo, wondering if I'm going to have enough money to pay my storage that I have in California for my motorcycle and other things, or money to pay my phone bill so, you know, I can take care of these things. Plus, I have the lawsuit on top of that, you know, and the fact that I have to claim bankruptcy. All this shit is getting to me right now. And thank God the weather is okay, because if it was freezing or if it was hot as fuck and you know, with the humidity, I'd be in a much worse mood than I am like right now. I'm okay. But, you know, right now I feel like a lot of the disappointment, you know, and like it's like right now it's a beautiful day, but I can't afford to go anywhere because I don't have gas. I have to go to a therapy session tomorrow, and I need the gas for that. And every time I do go to town, it's at least a 40-mile round trip. But on the average, it is a 50-mile or more round trip every time I go to town. You know, I just don't go to town to do one thing and come back, because that's wasting my gas. Like tomorrow, I got 2 therapy sessions, and I'm going to have to go to the bankruptcy office to, you know, to turn in some more forms, you know, and we'll see how all that bullshit comes out. Anyways, that's what's been up lately. I try to distract myself so I don't think about like the situation I'm in. So like I've done some slight yard work. I can't do much for very long because my back gives out, you know. I haven't rode a bicycle since I got here. One, they don't have places to ride at. Well, they have places, like right out in front of me, my hauler is a place to ride. But unlike California, there are no bike paths here. When you do get out to the highway, though, they got like this much, I mean, super wide shoulder that you could ride your bike on, and you're pretty much safe. But you're on the highway. Let me put it this way. It's way safer than the Pacific Coast Highway where I used to live, up towards Magoo going to Malibu. It's way more safer than that, riding the highway here on Highway 80. and it's a hella more scenic, bigger hills, mountains that you got to ride. And I haven't taken my bike out yet because I'm just not feeling the vibe yet because of my situation here. The situation that I'm in now has taken up all my emotions, everything. I'm trying not to be mad every time I think about it, but I do get mad. And right now I'm just holding it back because, see, I can feel my AFib or my heart starting to fucking beat fast and funny. Because whenever I think about what happened, I get triggered all the time. It just won't go away. Even after my financial situation is resolved, this anger, depression, all that will still be here. However, say my financial situation is like resolving a lot of my other problems here now, like paying bills, get my house built, getting air conditioning and actual electrical heat, not just my wood stove, a heater, and get my house finished. Once I do all that, that doing those projects will distract me from thinking about how I ended up right now in this situation, and I can move on. But as long as I'm sitting here, still shitting in a bag, still not having plumbing and all that, the thoughts and the anger will not go away. I can't. It's like I try to move on, but I can't. It's every day, every night, I'm totally reminded of that this shouldn't have happened. But I'm still struggling. I'm still trying. I haven't turned to weed or alcohol. I kind of don't have that desire for it. I got other problems, man. But soon things will progress. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to say progress for the better or worse because I won't know until these things happen. But that's where I sit at now. Right now, I'm just trying to enjoy, listen to that. I don't know if you hear the birds in the background. I'm enjoying the silence and the nature that I see out my front door. And the fact that I'm still breathing. So I'll take that. Anyways, so that's what's going on for now. Stay tuned because by the end of the month of May of next month, that's when a major change will take place. And hopefully it'll be for the better. And if it's for the better, I will describe more in detail my whole situation and my future endeavors from there, because it's going to get interesting. That is, if I live, because all this stress does mess with my heart, and that's why I'm trying not to be angry anymore. But when you're reminded of it every day, every night, and when I say every day and every night, this is just one example. Whenever I need to go use the bathroom, I'm reminded that I shouldn't be in this position right now. That's just it. Every time I go use the bathroom, that's just one of the things. Another example, this will be the last example. There's way more examples. But the other example that triggers me, is when I have to clean up after myself. Like whenever I take a baby wipe shower. I don't have running water. I don't have plumbing, you know. Some of y'all know I am a member of Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is about 25 miles away from here. Either way, because there's two towns that are about 25 miles away from me. In either way, they both have Planet Fitnesses. And if, you know, I don't see myself traveling 50-mile round trip just to take a shower. Oh, but you should plan. You know what? Don't say shit. Don't. If you're not living how I'm living, then just don't. You know, just respectfully, just shut the fuck up. Okay. All right. Well, anyways, before I go, and here's me distracting myself from being angry. My cowboy hat. I made a little video on it. I did some improvements on it, some upgrades. I bent the sides more, and I added, besides this little strip band it had, I added this brown bandana. Plus, I added the 2 black Joker cards. These are waterproof. And besides the bands up here, I bent the visor down too, so it could kind of hide my eyes, like you see there. And so that distracted my mind from being angry. So, and I did some improvements on my Amish hat, but I'll show you that one later. Maybe make a little video of it, you know, to distract me even more. But I'm trying to just try to do some positive things. You know, I mentioned going to town. I really don't go to town unless I really have to. And that means, like, if I need gas for my car, plus all my therapy appointments, and if I need supplies. That's, you know, and when I do go to town, basically, it's when I have my therapy appointments, any doctor appointments, or my psychiatrist appointment. I plan everything around those occasions. I just don't go to town anytime. You know, when I go there, I like to plan to get everything done that I need to do in town. Because it's like, town's about half an hour away, about 25 miles away. And sometimes even more, because if I'm doing errands, you know, that adds the mileage. So basically, I wait until I have an appointment to go to town, and then I'll go. And you know, like when I go shopping for food, seeing my appointments are on a Monday. Like after I do my physical therapy appointments, if I have to, I'll go shop for food. And the market, Kroger's market, or if I go to Walmart, either one, it's pretty empty, like mid in the morning, or mid-morning, early afternoon on a Monday. So I don't get my anxiety, you know, being around a lot of people. And yeah. Anyways, so that's the update. Things will get better. I hope they get better soon. I'll leave you with that.